This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast for this Tuesday, November 7th, broadcasting from the beautiful city of Belleville. Now beautiful. This morning was a little cloudy. Showers are in the forecast. Flurries in the forecast for tomorrow. So this shift is going to happen very quickly. But it still continues to go up and down, up and down. Keeping our fingers crossed that this Saturday, with it being Remembrance Day, that at least the wind dies down and the showers hold off, because you don't want a miserable day. You want as many people as you can out there showing their support and taking part in the Remembrance Day services that will be held across the country, and quite a few here locally as well. The full list at inquinte.ca. We were talking a little bit about that this morning as part of Mark and Charity Mornings, along with some other ways on how you can support the poppy campaign, not just by picking up your poppy, very important to do at local retailers when you see the volunteers out with their boxes to take those donations, but some other neat ways that you can support our Legion and veterans this Remembrance Day. And we'll talk about that coming up as well. We checked in. We got an update from Lorne Holditch. You may recall we spoke with Lorne back at the beginning of October. Lorne is responsible for Deadnersville across the bay in Deadnersville, a very spooky Halloween display, but also a fundraiser for Belleville General Hospital Foundation. How Deadnersville did last month. The amount of money raised, again, incredible. So we'll speak to him as well. First, though, we want to check in with Simple Desk. Simple Desk in Trenton is your ultimate destination to streamline, market, and strengthen your business's brand. Jenny, the visionary behind Simple Desk, has built a team of qualified business growth experts with experience in marketing, design, and operations to help grow and scale your business. Simple Desk is the mastermind behind Brazen, a full-day experiential event for women by women. This full-day experiential event on May 31st, 2024 is packed with networking, vendor booths, exciting giveaways, delicious food, and a speakers panel of incredible female entrepreneurs sharing their inspiring stories. Tickets are on sale now. For all the details and to buy your tickets before they sell out, visit simpledesk.ca/brazen, and be sure to follow Brazen on Instagram at brazenevents1. And thank you to Simple Desk. So as I mentioned, Remembrance Day is coming up this Saturday. And of course, area cenotaphs and legions will be holding special ceremonies and gatherings to mark the 11th day of the 11th month on the 11th hour. We here at 95.5 Hits FM will also be taking a moment of silence on Saturday in respect for Remembrance Day. But the full list of area ceremonies can be found at inquinte.ca. Actually, quite a nice article written by our Nicole Klinsterber from our newsroom. It is a wonderful article. But details are there, times and dates, including Belleville's. Belleville Veterans Council will be holding Remembrance Day ceremonies beginning at 11 at the Belleville Cenotaph. Quinte West as well, also listed. And they will start Friday with a candlelight service Friday evening, November 10th at the Trenton Cenotaph. And then their Remembrance Day service will be held on Saturday beginning at 10:30. So that and more can be found there. Tweed as well, not only holding ceremonies, a service on Saturday, but a special ceremony tomorrow at 11. They will be holding a flag raising ceremony at the jailhouse in remembrance of local veterans as well. So their services, or their week of remembrance, really will kick off tomorrow with a special flag ceremony. So you can check that out as well. A big week for our veterans, of course, taking the time, and so important to do that. And another way we show our support, as always, every year, is with wearing the poppy. And it's so, I don't want to say it's great, but it does make you feel it makes me feel very happy when I see the poppy, because people have taken the time to find one, to get one, to wear it proudly. And I think that's part of it too. We're all very proud to have the poppy. And when you don't have one, you almost feel naked not having one. The poppy campaign, of course, out in full force has been for the last couple of weeks now, and you can find, it's not hard to find, a box, and you can make a donation and receive your poppy, and as I said, wear it proudly. There's other ways you can help support the poppy campaign as well, some different ways. You can also pay tribute, make a donation online through legion.ca, but these poppy stories really caught my eye. So the Legion is presenting Poppy Stories, an initiative allowing Canadians to scan a lapel poppy with their smartphone, and every scan you're introduced to a fallen soldier with a story to remember. So you can actually, you learn so much about these people that we are remembering on November 11th. So if you go to poppystories.ca, you can download the app and then start to follow along and just learn a little bit more about these incredible individuals who gave up so much for us to have so much here in Canada. So please do that. Again, legion.ca/remembrance is where you can find more on the Poppy campaign. And don't forget to follow along with hashtag Get Your Poppy throughout over the next couple of days leading into Remembrance Day on Saturday. So we touched on that this morning, part of Mark and Charity Mornings. And then we gave Lorne Holditch a call. Lorne is the organizer for Deadnersville, where Deadnersville turns into a very spooky place over the holiday season. Typically, it gets underway Thanksgiving weekend, but Lorne started a little earlier this year because he was invited to or encouraged to join an initiative online, a competition online of Haunt Your House. And so not only did I want to find out how he did with that competition, but Deadnersville itself also a fundraiser for Belleville General Hospital. And I knew attendance was up. When we checked in with him back in October, he said that attendance numbers were already higher than last year. So I was curious to know what the donations were like this year, too. We're all going through tough times. There's no question about that. But when it comes to our local hospital, this community just gives hand over fist. So I knew it would be good. I knew he would do quite well. But speaking with him this morning, it was a very pleasant conversation, we'll say that. So if you missed it, here's my conversation with Lorne from this morning. I'm really just calling to find out how the donations went. You've been on my mind. I've been wondering because, of course, with Halloween last week, Deadnersville wrapped up with your spooky Halloween evening. So how did you do?
The donations were actually very surprised at what the economy is and how the donations came in. Total donations that came in was just a little over 16,000. It was 16,000, and I think it was about $6.
Wow!
And then we Deadnersville won the Haunt Your House competition.
Did it really? Because that was going to be my next question. You were in a competition this year. You had been nominated or approached to enter this Haunt Your House competition, which was online, and you won.
Yes, we did.
That's amazing.
And it was Michelle Ellis, realtor from Campbellford, who sponsored the competition. And when she told me, the prize was $1,343, and we had it that she would be donating it to Belleville General Hospital Foundation. So now it brought it up to $17,350.
Amazing! Oh, Lorne, congratulations!
Well, thank you very much. It's the people of this great area who've absolutely backed up Deadnersville, radio stations, your radio station, just everyone. And everyone came forward and did what they could and donated. And so the thing is, it's a community endeavor.
Well, just incredible. It wouldn't be happening if it weren't for you and your neighbors putting it all together to begin with. Now, when we last chat, I did ask you about the animatronics. You do have a few. You have one or two there for people to enjoy. Has the teardown began then?
It has, and I'm trying to find places where I can sneak in everything into a little tiny cubbyhole space. And then I'm going down to the States to pick up 3 more
Oh,
tomorrow.
my gosh. For next year.
for next year that
Incredible.
I couldn't get this year.
Just amazing. So it will be back next year.
Oh, definitely. Definitely be back next year.
Lorne, again, thank you for all that you do. Over $17,000 raised for Belleville General Hospital with your Deadnersville, your Halloween display. And congratulations again on winning the Haunt Your House competition.
Well, thank you very much.
A little backstory. I actually woke him up. I felt awful. He's not a morning person, apparently. He was very gracious to speak with me, but when I called him, I did wait until 8 o'clock. When I called him, I did end up waking him up, but he was so happy to speak with us. And again, Lorne, thank you for your time. It was just an absolute pleasure. And yeah, looking forward to next year. Over $17,000 raised for Belleville General Hospital Foundation, which is incredible. And on top of that, he won the Haunt Your House competition. So he's got to do it again next year. So good for you, Lorne. And thank you to everyone who helped support not only his display, but Belleville General Hospital Foundation. Love those stories. Coming up tomorrow, part of Mark and Charity Mornings, it's that time again to check in with Minnie Verberg from Quinte Film Alternative, another great film for you to check out this week. We'll also speak with Constable Sherry Meeks from Belleville Police Services. They have a very interesting, I touched on this yesterday, a pretty interesting night coming up next week for young women who are thinking, not just young women, women who are thinking about joining the police services. So we'll find out more details from Constable Meeks tomorrow, part of Mark and Charity Mornings. Galaxy of Games also on the way. Again, your chance to win with La Luxe Femme in Picton. $25 for you to spend. And we'll, of course, unveil our Throwback Thursday. I'm pretty excited about this week's throwback. Pretty big celebrity birthday this week, and we'll feature the music from that artist as our throwback. But don't want to give away anything more. I'm getting close to doing that, so we'll wrap things up. Thanks so much for listening to the Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast, and join us tomorrow for Mark and Charity Mornings.